We'll start our tour today under the hood of the NSF1 Project Jeep. Perhaps the star of the show would be our Edelbrock Supercharger, a very unique piece and something that adds a lot of performance to the Jeep.
Yeah, one of the issues that we ran into with our NSF1 Project Jeep is it is a 2015 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. Unfortunately, there wasn't a tune for the 2015 computer, so we approached Diablo Sport and were able to get a 2014 computer for it to be able to actually put the tune in so that the Edelbrock would perform correctly.
I've driven this Jeep and it is amazing how, while the supercharger's there, adds power, broadens out the torque band, you don't really realize that there is that power adder under the hood. It doesn't scream at you. It's a really smooth power band that it adds to the Jeep. For our air induction, we've got an AirAid cold air intake, and that has the roto molded tube. This is the way we get more air in for the supercharger, and this is connected to the Rugged Ridge Snorkel kit that's on the fender here on the side.
Yeah, when we first got the forced induction done on the Jeep, after driving it home from RPM off-road just right up the road in Bristol, Tennessee, Jeremy and the guys actually helped us install it, and you'll see that in a video later too. It was really pretty cool because at that time we didn't have the Snorkel on, and from the forced induction and somebody driving it with way too big a foot, it had sucked the hood down just by the amount of air that it was drawing in. The induction of the Snorkel onto the kit actually made it to where it breathes a lot easier and does much better. So the performance is still there very, very nicely. And then, you want to tell them about the exhaust, Tim?
Well, we added a Flowmaster exhaust system. We have a cat-backed exhaust system from Flowmaster. Obviously, when an engine is basically an air pump, it's air in and air out. To increase performance, you need more airflow out of the engine, and so our Flowmaster exhaust system allows us to do that.
Well, and one of the interesting points too about a Flowmaster catback on the 3.6 Pentastar engine in a Jeep is the fact that the cats are right off of what used to be called an exhaust manifold. They're actually molded to the head, but the catalytic converters are right here in the fender wells. So you end up basically getting a brand new exhaust system from the cats all the way back. That's a cross pipe straight back into a new muffler. It gets rid of the resonator and everything else. And the stock muffler that was included under the Jeep from the factory was the size of a 55-gallon garbage can. Now you're down to a performance muffler that sounds really, really good.
We also have added some upgrades to the electrical system. When you're running a winch, when you're running lighting, you need really good electrical power. So we've replaced the stock battery with an Optima battery. And then to allow us to route a lot of the accessories through a single device, Painless has created the Trail Rocker, and the Trail Rocker is a fantastic tool for wiring accessories, the many accessories you might have on a Jeep like this Unlimited.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Adrian and the guys at Painless, they knocked it out of the park on that. When we first opened that box, I was worried because there's wiring everywhere. The cool part of it is you'll see the switch panel. It's already pre-wired. You basically have a hot and a ground wire. You can either set the system up that is keyed on, meaning you can't turn anything on unless the key is on, or you can wire it up hot all the time to where you can flip the switches for any type of auxiliary product you're putting on your vehicle. But it comes in to one wiring loom that runs out to all of your different parts that you're putting to the puzzle, whether it's lighting, whether it's a winch, whatever you're wanting to control from internally. It runs into the switch panel. The other wire loom drops down, and the cool part that I think they did a really nice job on, each wire will say like switch 1, switch 2, switch 3. So once you map out where you're going to put this, how you're going to wire this system, it's very simple and straightforward. So great job by Painless. I'm very impressed. It's a must for anybody that's going to be running several sets of lights, a winch, any other auxiliary products.
So under the hood, what we've done is we've created a vehicle that has a little more power, good drivability without any sacrifice whatsoever in the overall performance of this Jeep. Great balance of added performance, safety, and drivability in this vehicle.
Yeah, and just for the end statement there of a little bit of power, the forced induction from the Edelbrock E-Force is 100 horses basically at the rear tires just by installing this product. So yeah, it has a little get up and go behind that forced induction. You ready to take a look at some of the other stuff?
Sure. Now we're looking at the hood area of the NSF1 Project Jeep, and lighting is obviously a big part of the design that Greg built in here. with a lot of lighting over the Jeep, and certainly the hood and front profile is an area with a lot of lighting. Greg, you want to talk to us about the Westin lighting that's here?
Yeah, Westin, as you can see across the top of the windshield, we ran a 50-inch dual LED light bar. Now the design of it is that the center of the bar is set in a driving light style mode, which shoots a beam of light straight ahead. Toward the edges it gets into a fog, so we get a real broad spectrum of light, and it really lights up the road well. The A-pillar mounts that are here are done by Westin. Their fit finish was really, really good. I mean, when we pulled it off and we're putting it together, all the bolts lined up very easily. It went together smoothly, and that is a big plus. Down on the bottom you see the axis lights supplied by Westin also. Those were designed to be more of a flood style lighting to the sides of the vehicle. If you're off-roading, if you're in the snow, if you're looking for your lost dog, these help light along the side of the road very closely to the vehicle so you can see what's going on right directly in your path of travel. Across the hood was one of the really, really good pieces. Junior Calvert from Westin told me I wanted to use this. I didn't want to use it, it wasn't in the original build. Once you can see that the cast piece that they've used to be able to mount the lighting up is a awesome little piece. I haven't seen anybody else in the industry doing that right now. I know that Westin is leading the charge on that. It's a great way to mount the lighting. It doesn't give it has more of a really good look to it without just being a bent piece of metal like some of the other stuff that I've seen. But the single row 40-inch, we set it up on the hood because I told Junior I'd try it, and it ended up it never left. We ended up leaving it there. It became a pivotal piece of the build. And I think this is going to be something you're going to see on a lot of JKs going forward. Maybe not the 50-inch above the windshield as much, but I think this 40-inch right in front of the windshield be great from anything from a trail rig to a grocery getter to a mall crawler to somebody that's just needing a little bit more light. Say you're a little bit older and you can't see as well, this is a great way to light the road up. Great pieces by Westin, and I'm very proud of the front of that Jeep.
And Westin really has set the bar here. They've invested, it takes a lot more money to create a casting than it does a piece of laser cut metal. So they've really invested heavily in this piece, but it shows up. It looks like an OE quality component. On the front of the hood, we've got Lund's Aeroskin.
Yeah, great piece. Fits real tight to the vehicle. It actually does deflect bugs somewhat. It doesn't have the raised lip like you're used to seeing. This is a textured finish. It lined up with the rest of the build. Tommy Fritsch from Lund is the one that told me about it, and it ended up being an awesome piece. Along with the vent visors, at that time were a three-piece or were a complete kit. Now they're starting, I think, after seeming to break this out. But the same type of deal. Real tight to the Jeep, gives a great look, and is real functional. Plus keeps the bugs off. It keeps you from getting any type of road rash on your Jeep.
And that's matte finish. You've got matte fender flares. A lot of matte accessories today, but now the matte finish is beginning to blend throughout all the vehicle. So we're getting, rather than having a glossy finish like we might have seen in the past, we're getting a more uniform finish in the accessories that are going on vehicles today. We're now at the front of NSF1 Project Jeep, AAM's Project Jeep. And when we look at the front of the Jeep, this is where we get a lot of the initial impact of the Jeep. A lot of high impact visual items here. So we're going to start at the front and work our way down. Jeep, the first thing we have here is Undercover's new Jeep Brow.
Yeah, the Jeep Brow is a neat piece. It goes into existing holes. It is real easy to install. It is paint matched for the colors of the Jeep. In other words, you can get it the same exact painted color as what your Jeep is by pulling the paint code and ordering from that. Now, a couple of the things we did on an enhancement to this is we went ahead and purchased a brand new weather stripping. It goes between the hood and the Jeep Brow. It does not come with it at this point. I'm not so sure that isn't going to be included very, very quickly. But the other thing that we did to this too is once we got it put onto the vehicle, the main thing I had to have back was the branding. So the Jeep logo was done by us at AAM to put it back in front and show and fly the colors proud of the Jeep family. This does not come as part of the kit and will never be as far as I know. Again, paint matched, the same quality boosts they do their tonneaus with, and it is 100% made in the USA. An unpainted version may be coming. I know that is being talked about, but again, 100% made in the USA. Quality product, all the holes lined up, which fit finish is huge on anything you're installing. did a great job on this new product from Undercover.
And Undercover has about 16 colors they're currently matching for the Jeep, so it may not have every color for every vehicle going back through the series, but they certainly have a lot of colors available, maybe for your vehicle as well. And then the lighting, we changed to the OE headlights to Vision X's headlight program.
Yeah, the Vision X LEDs, they're something else. These 7-inch LEDs are 50 state legal. Very easy install. It's the same as if you were replacing bulbs on your stock JK. You can buy them individually. I don't know why you'd want to, but they do come as a kit. So basically all you have to do is pull it out of the box, remove your old headlights. Simple install, can be done in the driveway. And the lighting is unbelievable over OE or original equipment. Great piece by Vision X. I mean, they did an awesome job.
And of course, one of the selling pieces to this light is not only do you get your high and low beam, but you have the halo. So you got the halo effect around there, which really adds a distinctive feature to this light over what you would get from any OE style light and many other LEDs.
Yeah, if you're wanting to be set out from the crowd, it definitely does that. This is one piece that, with the seal beam design of the LEDs in the Vision X, it is a step above any of the other ones. That's why I chose the Vision X lighting. I wanted the best of the best in the front of our Jeep.
We've got the ability to reach way out there in lighting with the Vision X line of cannons. The Canon lights, this is not actually their largest light they make, but these lights put out a tremendous amount of light, and they add a styling aesthetic that's really makes a statement on the front of this Jeep.
Yeah, one thing that when we were putting the NSF1 together that I wanted to do is that as you tour the US, you'll notice there's a real East Coast to West Coast difference. The Canons gave it that West Coast Baja appearance. It really set off the front bumper, it set off the front end, and it's one of the highest quality projection LED lights. This is a single LED light that will see farther than your eyes can, and it really lights up the night. Vision X did a great job on this. Again, if you're a hunter, if you're an off-roader, somebody that really needs to be able to reach out and see a long distance down the road, these Vision X Canons will get the job done. Comes with, you can order really cool covers, the ones that we got with these. The Vision X guys took care of us. And yes, these covers do glow at night. I found that out the other night when we walked out. They do work great. Vision X did a great job on the headlights and the Canons, and I'm glad that they're part of the NSF1 project.
And they've even got a small feature here, and I say small feature, but it just shows the kind of quality you get from Vision X. They've put a neoprene seal inside these covers. So they don't just snap on, they actually snap on and seal the light. It's just the kind of touch you expect from a first-class blue chip manufacturer of lighting.
Yeah, no rattles, no squeaks, no anything. It's a great product.
The next thing we have here is Warren's new Xeon Platinum winch.
Yeah, we've got the 10,000. The 10,000S comes with the synthetic rope. That's what the S means. Comes with the hawse head. We have the remote controller, which the cool part of it is not only do you have an on-off control, which you can shut down your winch to where nothing can mess with it unless you're ready to use it. It comes with 2 ports, which we actually use to power the Canons with. And everything can be driven off the handheld control that can be kept inside the vehicle. This is just like your cell phone. It can be charged directly from the 12-volt point inside with the supplied materials that you get with the controller. But it allows you to do anything you want to the winch and be able to control one light, both lights, or the winch itself. Great piece by Warren. Again, American quality, and it's a great part of our build. I'm glad that Warren came on board and helped make this happen.
And the Warren winch is mounted to our AirAid bumper.
Yeah, AirAid did a great job with this one. It is a full modular design. The base design on this is just for the shorty or the rock crawler look. We opted to go with the wings because, again, like I said, East Coast, West Coast build. In the East Coast, we have trees. West, they don't have that problem as much. I also like the cool styling look that their headlight bars gave to the bumper. So we included those, plus with the Stinger mount. The Stinger not only was a great visual add-on just for the protection or being able to get the lights up out of the way, it's added protection to the winch from off-roading, shopping carts in the parking lot. Everything we have here was built around that. Again, modular design. If you only want to do the base bumper with the Stinger, you can do that. We went with the full bumper because we thought it was a great quality piece, and it is heavy duty. This thing weighs, complete with the winch, enough that you'll need an engine hoist to be able to place it in line and get it put up on the front of the Jeep. Very nice piece from AirAid. Looking forward to seeing what they're going to do forward into the future with their bumper program.
And we complete the front look with 4 Westin lights.
Yeah, we in the center part, what we ended up doing is replacing the OE or original equipment fog lights with a set of LEDs, which end up putting out somewhere around 5 times as much light as the OE lighting did. It can literally drive down the street on just the fog light replacements without using any other lights. The cornering lights that you see in the bumper were actually designed more for an addition to being able to light the road completely in front of you. So you're able to see anything and everything, whether it's an emergency situation to where you're trying to get out of the snow or you're looking for something that's lost or misplaced, all the way up into just working out in the yard and the sun going down on you, you can light up the whole front yard and be able to, you know, get your plants taken care of or whatever you need to do. Feed livestock, I'm not sure. Everything they did on this was service oriented as much as off-road oriented. So great bumper, can't speak enough for AirAid, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do in the future.
Now when you talk about lighting overall, this Jeep has a lot of lighting on it, but it gives you capability to have a lot of light all the way around the vehicle. You're going to see more lights as we go through the rest of the tour.